Who is Rippy? Let's find out here with the IMDb plot. Obsessed with living up to her father's legacy, a young sheriff finds her mettle to test it when locals are ripped to shreds. All right. That doesn't tell us who Rippy is, so I guess I'm going to have to tell you. So this is a new film out of Australia. Uh, just double checking that. Yeah, so um, think some of you guys might have caught it. I've shared some of the information at Promote Horror, so I definitely kind of throw that in the press release for that in the bottom. So you guys who don't know who Rippy is or much about this movie can definitely find some more information about it. Besides what I'm going to tell you. But I think because of who Rippy is, that's probably the big draw of the movie. But otherwise than that, yeah, so far it's a new movie, so I don't think a lot of people have seen it yet. It is zombie-ish and it is kangaroo-ish, and you combine the two, and we have a giant zombie kangaroo. So yeah, that's who Rippy is, and what's going on here with this one. And obviously on the head of that obviously is going to draw horror fans, or at least, ones that are kind of into the crazy animal that's going to kill you for XYZ reason, and this time it's kind of because it's a zombie. So, who wouldn't be curious about seeing a giant zombie kangaroo that's going to kill you? And that's certainly why I watched. So, being a new movie, I guess I'll try to be fairly spoiler-free, but not much twist and turns here. I mean, it's a giant roo that's trying to kill people. I mean, that's what it is. Not too many twists and turns here with that. So, yeah, you do kind of get introduced to this sheriff and so forth. They're trying to make her name and kind of live up to her father. As the movie goes on, you're going to kind of see, a couple of flashbacks of her. And, there's a little bit of a side story with her and her issues with her father. To go along with the kangaroo that you can't really avoid here, and the reason that you kind of came to see. So, to kind of just, make it very brief and not really, give too much spoilers. Not that there's too many spoilers to give. I mean, you get early on, you're going to get a hunter that's going to kind of come across this kangaroo, escape it, kind of try to tell others that, hey, there's this giant kangaroo killing other animals and people out there. Obviously, no one's going to really believe that until more people eventually die. And then there's going to be the hunt, and we must kill this giant kangaroo before it kills us. And that's really the basics here. Like I said, you're going to get a couple of characters. You're going to get, the one who's kind of tasked to kill the kangaroo. You have the sheriff. The story kind of follows her lead and her issues with her father as it goes along. But all that aside, we're talking about the kangaroo here. So I think there are a couple of good shots of it, kind of there. Most of the times when the kangaroo's there, it's dark, it's nighttime. You kind of see it in the shadows a bit, and it's there. So they do come up with a couple of good shots there of it. Later on in the major scene, when they're really trying to kill it, obviously it's going to be there. I thought they did a fairly good job of it. I don't believe it was CGI. I'm going to go with it not being CGI. I could be wrong. Sometimes I've been wrong. Sometimes it's fairly obvious, and other times maybe not so much. I would say that maybe some of the kills early on in the film, or before we kind of get to the major ending, were a little bit disappointing because it's very dark. and they obviously are not going to show you every time that this kangaroo is going to kill everybody, even though you want to see him every time it kills somebody or something. So maybe I wanted a little bit more in that regard, to see a little bit more, see it kill. I mean, that's what I'm here to see. Like I said, there is a little bit of a storyline. Not so much interested in that. I think they try to get you to kind of pull into the sheriff's story, and maybe some of the other characters as well. Really not interested in that. I think there's even a time I spend too much time talking, and I'm just like, no, I just not here for that. I don't care. I want to see, what this kangaroo is doing, what it's up to, and I want to see you guys go out there and encounter it, and hopefully the kangaroo can win more times than not. Sorry, but that's just the way it is. That's what I'm here to see. So I think that the draw is the kangaroo, and the kangaroo is what you're here to see. And as long as they don't put hugely bad acting and a really stupid story along with it, it can be an okay movie. And like I said, I think you get the basic story here. Hey, there's a kangaroo there, we got to go kill it. I unless I missed it, I don't think that there was much explanation as to why the kangaroo was like that. But that's okay. I know sometimes people want explanations for whatever. Like I said, I maybe have missed it because I was more focused on wanting to see the thing kill people than why it's there. I'm glad it's there. I'm happy that it's there. Let's go for it. So there's that. Like I said, at the end of the movie, in the final major act, then you really get to see the full kangaroo and see it kind of go to battle. They kind of try to make the ending a little too dramatic there. I'm not going to say that I, maybe some of the action going into it and before was good. The way it kind of ended, it maybe was kind of like, a little too dramatic for me. And I was kind of just like, I don't know. I guess a lot of times everybody kind of wants to reach that dramaticness of Jaws, where Jaws is coming for him at the end, the boat is sinking, what do I do? Either I kill Jaws in this moment, or I'm toast in this water and I'm going to die. And you're trying to reach that kind of level of dramatics, which is very hard to do. I'm not going to say that maybe that they were trying to go that far into it. But I don't know. Without with trying to keep this spoiler free and whatever, I don't know that I'm like was just totally thrilled with how it kind of ended after everything that kind of happened. But definitely maybe some of the stuff that was there just prior to the conclusion here was all right. So I doubt they would do another one. I don't know. I with the big kangaroo or whatever, I wish they went a little bit bigger and showed a little bit more. Maybe I'm just being greedy. But yeah, I don't know. When it ended, I kind of was like, I was excited for seeing this kangaroo, and I kind of ended, and I kind of like, I just wanted a little bit more than I got. So yeah, I guess that's really all I can say. It does sustain a little bit. You do get a little bit of blood. I don't think it got maybe over the top with the blood and guts in it. It's not too long. It's less than an hour and a half. So I think it kind of jumps right into it. Like I said, you have someone hunting at the beginning and go. So it's not wasting too much. Like I said, there's one or two conversational scenes there that I could have done without. But yeah, I guess, and there were some good shots of it, but I don't know. At the end of the day, I wish I got to see just a little bit more than I actually got. So I think with that, I'm just going to give it 2 pools of blood. Not a bad movie. Not the acting was fine, and they definitely put a good effort into it and whatever, as opposed to like some really bad CGI shark movie. And Yes, I just opened the, for you guys that watch most of my reviews, especially the shark reviews, that's just a sore spot for me. So, once again, they at least put together, whether it was practical or CGI or whatever, however they did it, the kangaroo is effective here and does a well enough job. And there was no scene that I was like, oh God, what are they doing here? As opposed to the crappy CGI shark movies that we continue to get. So I would say it's definitely above that, so I can appreciate that. But I still, somehow just wanted a little bit more from it. So again, two pools of blood. I had to incorporate the sharks there. Just can't avoid doing a animal movie and not mention the bad CGI sharks. Two pools of blood for this one out of 5. horrorsgorereviews.blogspot.com is where you can find all of my reviews, written and video. Definitely mostly video reviews for a while now, so certainly you can like, subscribe, and do everything that everybody else wants you to do here on YouTube. If not, no worries, it is okay. I thank you for your time regardless. You can head over and catch some of those CGI shark movies that I reviewed into. Twitter, Facebook information below for you guys to reach out to me there. You can complain about the CGI shark movies there too. Yeah, I've gone off the trail with it. I tried to hold it back, I just couldn't. And definitely in the comment section as well. Once you guys kind of catch this movie, your thoughts. Did you like the kangaroo? Did you want more? Did they give you enough? Let's see what you guys thought. So with that, I will catch you on the next review, horror fans.